Introducing the Elf on the Shelf menu at Naya's. Put flavor counters on the stack. Of pancakes, that is. Oh, what snow-covered funnel cakes. Or try our Boros burrito. And kids eat free every day from 4 to 10 p.m. But it's only for good boys and girls. So be good for pancake's sake and try our Elf on the Shelf menu only at Naya's.
Merry early Christmas, everyone. Hey, it's Deluxe. It's Saturday. My voice sounds like I swallowed a slippery boggle, and that's no mistake because I kind of did. Monday through about Thursday, I was feeling pretty groggy and froggy and whatever else rhymes with it. So apologies for my James Earl Jones impression. It'll come and go. But anyway, I'm here, healthy, feeling better, on the mend, blah, 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 blah. Hey, everybody's in the house. All right, whatever you hate. Soshi and Shirazaban are here early. So today we're going to be showing off 2 decks. One's an old classic. One's a new... I can't quite think of something on the edge of my tongue here. But and we're also going to be opening some packs because we missed that one show because of my sickness. So we're going to open up one of these and see in the spirit of the holidays. Let's open up some of these. Let's see what we get here. We got a Sigil Adept. All right. Well, that's not very entertaining, is it? Unless it's like some rare that I'm not aware of. We'll open up a few more of here. See, might as well have a bit of an audience here. Gate Colossus. Wow. 8 for an 8/8. The spell costs 1 less for each gate. All right. Kind of crappy. At least on first opening here. We'll open up yet another and see. Come on, let's get something good. Nope. Create 2 servo artifact creature tokens. Nope. We'll go down to 5 and we'll open up the rest of the 5 a little bit later. Let's see here. What is this? Hey, it's something red. Mana Flare. Hey, cool. I missed that card. I think that's the old one. Mana Flares? Or was it just Mana Flare? I think it was Mana Flare. Cool. Pretty neat artwork. All right, one more, and then we'll show off the deck list here and read some comments and blah, blah, blah. Good to see all of you here on the kind of a holiday show. My goodness, this happened last week. 2 weeks ago, I opened up, I think, 3 or 4 of these, and we got 2 of these things. It's like I think I could make a deck full of these rares. Anyway. Oh, Silvergill is a Merfolk staple. Very nice, very nice. Soshi, yes, we got a show this week and next week. Just going to keep, like I said, a lot of medical issues about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then I was just so sick. I couldn't even speak, really. I just had a really bad cough. There was no medication I could really take. It was just whatever that is. It's either a virus or I forget, but it just has to run its course, whatever that is. So anyway, so Nichols, online player we all know and love, sent me this list a few weeks back, and because, I'm not going to lie, because it's red and green, feels kind of Naya-esque. If you saw the top of the show, you saw our new Naya pancake commercial. It's kind of a take on like an IHOP style restaurant thing, but the holidays are all about Naya colors, forests in red and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. We even have some snowy peaks and such. But so he sent me this list, not tier 1 or anything, but it is pretty fun, and it can give you the illusion that this thing's got some nastiness. Hey, Little Fight's in the house. All right. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for chiming in. I had the flu the last time you streamed it. Still feel rough. Oh, sorry about that, Shiraz. Yeah, it's hitting us pretty good here. I had a little bit of a fever during the evening and stuff, but it was mostly just a super, super bad cough, and where it's kind of hard to, it would just happen, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't even mask it. But so anyway, let's go over this list. We've got 18 lands, as you can see over to the left. Collateral Damage is kind of a cutesy way of dealing 3 damage, but you'll see it's not so cutesy. It's actually got quite a bit of utility in this list. Adventurous Impulse, I've only played this list like 3 or 4 times, and this is actually the card I think might be able to go. I was thinking obviously of the elf staple in Wandering Way or Winding Way and such, but the more I play it, I think the list is pretty correct. We've got Blisterpod here. We're going to start seeing a sacrifice theme. Hunger of the Howlpack, Rancor to get through once you do get a fatty. Vines of the Vastwood and Young Wolf round off our 1 spot. We've got the Brindle Shoat, the Mogg War Marshal, and Heartfire. A lot of people might have to stop and read this card. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. Well, we won't need to be doing the second one, but it does 4 damage to any target. Not bad for instant speed, 2 mana. And here we come, the cool card that a lot of people go, I didn't know that even existed. Bogardan Dragonheart. Sounds like a bad VHS movie in the 80s. Sacrifice another creature. Until end of turn, this becomes a dragon with a power and toughness of 4/4 flying and haste. Pretty cool because you can do that at instant speed, as noted by the little colon friend there. And so on defense too, it's pretty cool. Not that you should be using it for that. So I want commons, planeswalkers, whatever you hate. I wholeheartedly disagree with you on that. One of the least elegant things about teaching Magic to people is when the planeswalker question comes up. It is an unending sea of confusion to maybe like 30 or 40 people I've taught Magic to, that where it's just like, well, it's this, but it's not this, but it's such an elegant game without it. And I think when people are really close to the game and they understand it left, right, yeah, it's fine. It's definitely an advanced thing, but I don't know. It just felt like it really made the game more complex for no reason. And I was about to get in a Pioneer, and I just looked at the sea of, it was pretty much like a planeswalker format. It was like everybody has like 12 or 16 planeswalkers and a little bit of creatures, a little bit of spells, and that's it. And I don't know, unless they start printing stuff that does 3 damage to the person and to a planeswalker like in mass, it'll be pretty crazy. So anyway, the sideboard here, we've got some Electrickery, some Shamans, Serene Heart. I haven't changed anything here. 2 River Boa, filling up our Vines of Vastwood here. Life Goes On. Interesting 1-drop for pretty necessary in this list because things are dying all the time. So nice way to gain life. And Relic. So excuse me, I feel a last remnants of a cough. Believe me, it's on its way out. I thought it was completely done yesterday, but I can feel one coming on. So I will back off from the mic, obviously, and do our thing that way. So I'm also going to be playing Goblins, but we're going to switch decks here and go with one I just showcased, obviously, so we don't cause any error and confusion. And we'll go like this. Nickels, submit, and we'll, we're creating. That's what we're doing. Yeah, see? Doing stuff like this. Darn it. There we go. All right. Well, at least our bouncy screen is listening to us. Hopefully you guys have some cool holiday plans and seeing lots of loved ones and relatives and whatnot. And be pretty cool. Soshi, now that I totally agree with. I would be all for that, or at least give it a try. It'd be neat to see a format like in Modern and stuff. Speaking of Modern, I actually brewed up Modern while we're waiting for an opponent. I'll show you. Long time ago, I entered a Modern tournament on a whim and got 3rd place. It was one of the big ones, and it was a land destruction deck that I played. So I took that list and I switched it up to this one, and I've been having a lot of fun with this this last week. It has the acceleration package here. Noxious Revival at a 2 spot really gets back either things like Wooded Foothills or early mana, or obviously you're able to get back a lot of blow up land abilities and stuff. I mean, Noxious Revivaling a Stone Rain at the end of your turn is pretty fun. More on that later. All right, here we go. Let's try Nichols' list. If not once, hey, our mana's just right. We've got all kinds of good stuff going on here. We will keep this. Yeah. It's another thing, my voice, even though I felt perfect before the show, it's like, well, you're also not talking to anybody. And so when I host the show, I'm kind of a round robin of just, or a Gatling gun of comments. So I'm gonna be a little wary here. All right. A lot of football planned today. My 49ers are playing later, so I'm excited about that. And we'll see. 2 more weeks of the regular season left. We already got a little dude out. Let's I think I'm going to favor a Brindle Shoat here. Let's attack first. See what's going down. And we'll save the shenanigans for later, just in case they've got some sort of a bouncy stuff going down here. Let's play the Brindle Shoat. All right. Got the pressure up early. Feeling good. Another land would be good, but we can stop at that. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I know our shows have been a little sparse here by way of comments. Anybody actually seen the new commercial? Let me know. It's pretty fun. Very seasonal, so I won't be playing it throughout the year, maybe more than once or twice, just because I might miss it, that's all. All right. Well, I think we play the War Marshal here because I can at least, if we drop a land, I can bait out a counter with Hunger of the Howlpack or the reverse with Heartfire, so I'm going to rock like that. Just keep the pressure up. At least it's going to ask for a hard counter, if that's indeed what we're playing against here. Boy, chat got real quiet here, guys. Let me know you're all still there. Not sure what our opponent's up to here. Maybe they're hoping I was going to do a 1-drop with their Spell Stutter Sprite if they've got them. We'll see. They better do something pretty quick here because we're amassing a Firebolt a turn. I mean a Fire Blast a turn here if they don't do much about it. I think we hope and pray that we just get another land and go from there. Because if we do, we'll be able to trip Howlpack. We'll say no to this. Nope. And that officially has triggered the Howlpack. Something has died. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. I wish that was either a red 1-drop or a land. They can't just keep ignoring this. Enough stuff's going to die. I'm not going to lean on Hunger of the Howlpack all that much. I have a real strong feeling that they have a Spell Stutter Sprite in their hand. Let's just keep them honest. Keep on going. Sadly, I'm semi-AFK. We have dinner guests shortly. Oh, okay. Very cool. Soshi, thanks for the heads up. I appreciate it. At least I know I'm not speaking to the dark. I'd really like to get this guy online. I mean, it's not going to be that great against a blue deck, but it is pretty cool to say the least. I think we might EOT a Heartfire here. Nah. Let's get some more threats out. Ask for a hard counter. Let's see what he's got. Okay, hard counter it is. That's fine by us. We hit for 4 and they pass the turn. I like this. 0-5 with goblins. No. All right. Well, hey, we started off good with this. Well, we don't have, we didn't see too much. I can't quite tell if that's a Fey-Belt or not. I can assume it is. I guess I can do anything. It's not going to really make much of a difference in the end. So we're going to bring in 2 River Boa. First, my instincts take this out because I'm like, well, they have flyers, but it'd be nice to sacrifice at instant speed and use them as blockers. So obviously River Boa is going to come in because we did see islands. Might take out a... Well, let's see. I like all of these things. Let me get rid of an impulse. And let's bring in a... I won't bring in Electrickery. We'll get rid of one of each of these. And... let's rock like this. Keep it flexible, folks. Yeah, I think Estradus got a 5-0 with a Goblins list. Pretty cool. That's one deck I've always, whenever your tickets get real low, that's one of the ones I can always count on at least 3-2ing or better almost every time. There's even the best decks. Every once in a while you're running like a Buzzsaw chance, but for the most part, I think 9 times out of 10 you can do it with Goblins if you're... It's a surprising deck. I think it's a lot harder than some people think to play, especially if you're running Death Spark. More on that later. All right. We will keep this because we've got this, and this. We'll keep. Let's see what we have. And by all means, holler if my Lucky Charm chopstick gets a little irritating. A little tick that I've got. I was watching Inception the other day, And they have those tokens that they have where it's like the weight and feel is just for you, so that if you know if somebody's trying to dupe you in your own dream, that they can't know what the thing feels like. And this has a certain weight and a convex little roll to it. And there's something about it I just really like. I have like 5 of them, but this one is definitely the one that I know inside and out. And so way too much information on that. But anyway, if that movie was ever real or those things, this would be my little totem. I guess that's my entire point of that weird rambling speech. Here we are. All right, we have guessed correctly. I believe at this stage, because we have access to Electrickery, I would like to find a land over dropping a creature here. Guildgate, interesting. Highlands, interesting. Let's take the Highlands. We might as well gain life. We'll go like this. Wish we could play it now. We can't. Oh well. They tap out. We can drop the River Boa and start racing with Rancor. Don't have to worry about Gush turning off our island walk anymore. That's kind of a nice upside. Let us see. Ooh, interesting. Maybe a little too hasty on that side, I guess. I do not want to walk into a Fae here. Hey, Hex and Rouge in the house. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Well, we drop Blisterpod. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Let's go like this. Oh, well, they're going to make it really easy for us. I won't pass the turn. Don't do that on the first main, folks, because now I know that I can do this. Hopefully somebody learns something watching this later on YouTube or something. My youngest, Kid Deluxe, is increasingly getting awesome at Magic. He's a very big Dimir pilot, likes very complex cards. In fact, he has Tragic Lesson. No. He has the, he's playing that one, find a card, put it third from the top, and then he's able to get it like right away. And he really likes Shadow Mage Infiltrators, and now he's trying a green deck. And this morning he was sleeving up an Orzhov deck, and very cool. Every night I come home and he's forcing my wife to play Magic, so that's pretty cool. All right. So, well, we know that's kind of an auto counter there. I think I just want to get things right. Curious here. I think the right play here is to sneak out a Rancor on this, trying to bait a counter in a Spellstutter Sprite. At that point, I mean, I could respond with a Electrickery, which is kind of dumb, but then I could drop River Boa behind it. Let me try that. We'll kind of feign like we don't have enough mana here. So if they don't have an answer for this, we at least can race. Okay, so we're clear of Fae, and we don't really... We've got more of those, so let's do this. The trap has been set. Let's go. And always keep on the lookout for cards like Tragic Lesson, right? This has been out forever, I think. Cards like it. A lot of times you go, that's interesting, but it's not good. But now it is because of, what is it? The Mystic Sanctuary. So, Rolas in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Apologies for the frog in my throat. That's why we missed last week's show. I literally couldn't talk. I could have get about 1 or 2 syllables out, and then it would be just this concussive blast into the mic of a cough. So, not good. All right. Well, we've got all kinds of fun stuff to do here. I actually am going to lean more on Collateral Damage being my spell of choice here. Let's try this first. I should probably do the second main, but I kind of want to do it before so that I can trip Collateral. I guess that doesn't work that way. Never mind. I still have to hit. I was thinking somehow that would become a 2-2 immediately, but no. As we cast Bogardan Dragonheart, we can sacrifice the Blisterpod. That would be pretty cool. Interesting. Okay. As we run in here. And now the race gets interesting. I think I'm going to leave the Collateral Damage for later. Here we are. Watch out for Force Spike. Yes, that would suck. But Force Spike doesn't get around this. This should be called the Delver Eater in this scenario. That'd be a painful diet. Get within 1 life of your life, right? I like lists like this, though. It's just competitive. And a lot of new cards introduced. And this is the kind of stuff, people are always like, how'd you figure that out? It's like, well, because you're trying new stuff. That's why. All right. So let's sacrifice this one. We'll make this fly. We'll see what he does here. Flying in haste. Not bad. Make sure to do that before blockers. And we've got Pestamite. Well, that sucks. Let me see here. Yeah, killing it's not going to do anything. It's the ability's still on the stack. I could kill the insect. That would bring out maybe another Fey, and then Electrickery would be more relevant. So I think that might be the play here. We'll say this target, and we'll sacrifice this to do 3 to the Delver. Turn off his offense, hopefully. I almost want to see a sprite here. All right, well, we don't. But at least we know they don't have one. Tragic Lesson in the hand. Electrickery in the land. Here we go. Well, I guess if there's Force Spike laying around, we can do this. Sorry about that. Accumulated knowledge showing up, filling up the hand. Not good enough. Here comes a Fire Blast. Boop. We've got Electrickery backup. Feeling pretty good here. Guessed right. We didn't see much in game 1 as far as like what to expect, so we'll be set. What are the snow amounts out there in the chat? Who's got the most snow? I will start the bidding. I have 0 snow. Can I hear 1 inch? Can I hear 2? I think some of our friends in the north will obviously win this contest pretty easily. Let's attack here. Nothing but rain in the UK. All right. You guys had that heat wave a few months back. That was weird. And here comes 12. All right. I'm going to wait till upkeep. In case he's got some EOT shenanigans going on here. We might get a free spell. Huh. Well, let's try it now. Before he gets the cards here. Aha. There's a hard counter. Alrighty. 2 to 3 centimeters a few weeks ago says whatever you hate. What neck of the woods are you from there? Whatever you hate. Alright, we got 8 to 15. Let's see what's going to happen here. We got to feign like we've got something cool. Exclude. One of the better art upgrades for sure. Very cool. Is it dripping in and out of a cloud reality, or is that liquid? I guess it's all the same depending on how closely you look. Alright, insects got to pay some defense here. Well, I could walk into that. We've got an auto card there. We'll keep our dude back. And I'm happy to trade that for that. We've got him in a few turns here. River Boas are so nasty. Great card. Really good design. I was just telling my son about my prediction for Vampire Nighthawk. If you follow Pauperganda for about 5 years now, I've been saying, hey, I don't think I've been doing it 5 years, maybe about 4. I think that will get downgraded. Not soon, but in a while. I think creatures, we've got the new escape mechanic in Theros Beyond Death coming up. I got a trailer on that to enlighten the masses at one of our commercial breaks here, as well as one of the Wizards did a cool behind the scenes of the music. I'm not a fan of the new trailer, and why should you care? Well, I cut trailers, so I just thought it was very unfinished compared to the last few. I've really been knocked out of the park. This last one, I actually didn't think it was worth replaying, but the music was pretty decent. So I found a cool video on the making of the music behind the scenes and all that. So I'll be rolling to that here. Okay, I believe, more likely than not, that this will get countered with that exclude. I don't know if I want to give him a card. Well, regardless, this is going to be blocked anyway, so this will at least trade with a Delver, maybe. We'll see. As well as an old Santa Liqueur Upright Citizens Brigade commercial, and rounding out everything with jingle bells as always. Now the tides have shifted. I want to keep up the threats, so I don't really actually care about this too much at this point, so I'm going to play this, hoping for the exclude here and nothing else. Of course, they might draw into another exclude. Excludes tend to come in packages of 2s and 3s. Hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. Try to keep the pressure up. Let's see what he's got. It's another hard counter. Okay, well, hey, one last thing they can do. Let's not see a piracy charm. That would really suck. Good mornings, Shalib. I think that's how you say the name. Thank you for joining us, and Disruption 2. All right. Well, hey, cool. Anyway, in the spirit of Christmas, we're going all Gruul. Why did this modern deck show up? Well, if you're just joining us, I was talking about playing quite a bit of modern this last week. I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I like to be that thorn in people's side. And so if you like this list, email us at pauperganda@gmail.com. I know it's kind of out of flavor because it's a modern list, but I really like this list, and I just wanted to go over it with y'all. So yeah, it's just got super fast acceleration, quick little utility and lightning bolt, and Noxious Revival is really nasty end of turn, being able to get back either, lands in a pinch. This is a really cool card. You pay all green, it wipes the board on the ground. You pay all red, it does it in the sky. It's a nice catch-all. I wish Pauper had this card. Trinisphere is just auto lock. If you drop an elf land, boom, you're set. All your pillage, Stone Rain. This guy's awesome. Rune Blaster. You pay one more red and kaplow. You all of a sudden you've just got these hasted dudes along with Avalanche Rider. Now I did run Deuce of Calamity for the longest time. It just felt like a win more card. I go back and forth depending on the metagame, and I don't play enough modern to know. So I wanted immediate response, and I also wanted a way to kill Termagoyf, and so Arctic Slime was kind of my key there. It does everything I want, and it gets rid of a land, and it trades with the creatures. So it's a little clunky, but I really like seeing it. In my sideboard, I'm just, bare basics, relics, one last Trinisphere, Guttural Response. I hate some of the blue decks I see out there, which you can't stop countering stuff. The last Fire Spout, Great Stable Stag. I really like this. There's a lot of big black creatures coming at you in this format and stuff, and not being countered, not being bounced, and not being killed is a pretty cool thing. Plus, I like Elk. Why not? Still haven't eaten one yet. I'd like to try one. And 2 Grim Lavamancers rounding it out. We will not be playing this, but hey, maybe I should. I don't know. But it is called Pauperganda, not Modern Ganda. So we're going to go right over into the list that I was supposed to be showing off here. Nichols Gruul list. That's the card frame I'm sitting inside of here. I was trying to pay homage. Nichols had a really neat run this last year or two. He did a White Nickel, which is a white weenie build that we had. That was pretty cool. And hey, let's open up some more packs. It is a holiday show after all. Open up one of these. Yes, let's see what we can see. All right, what is this? Scrap Trawler. Whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact you control is put into a graveyard, return to your hand target artifact card in a graveyard with lesser converted mana cost. That could get out of hand pretty quick. All right, let's finish off the opening ceremony here, just so I can just kind of check this off the plate here and see. Walk the Plank. Hey, that's pretty cool. Not good enough for Pauper. Too bad it's uncommon. 3 more to go. Let's see. As the Christmas morning continues here, if only digitally, we have Rune Map Excavator. Ooh, a little snake man doing some sort of nasty ritual in the desert. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Hey, isn't that, what is that? Planar Extraction or something? I forget. That's a pretty cool ability, though. I kind of like that, dude. It's probably my favorite so far. Let's see. We're going to open up Uno Mas, or actually Dos Mas. Let's see what this is. Soul of the Accord. An elf cleric. Whenever it becomes tapped, create a 1/1. Hey, that's pretty cool. Wow. That's pretty nice. All right. The last one, and then we'll be off to one more game with Nichols. And then we'll take a break, and then we'll play some Goblins. Deathbringer Regent. Woo-wee. Boy, what a cool piece of art that is. Those wings, my God. One flap, and those waterfalls would go sideways. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, there are 5 or more other creatures on the battlefield, destroy all other creatures. That makes a lot of sense with the artwork. I kind of like that. Pretty cool. All right, well, this is a very unpopper show. We've shown you some rares, we've shown you a modern deck, and blah, blah, blah. But we're going to go right back over here and hope for the best. We'll create this, go like this, and we'll see. But, hey, Nichols' little Delver list, Gruul list, beat a what looked to be a pretty decent counter Delver list, 2-0. So let's hope that trend continues. We'll go from there. Alrighty. Anyway, how does the current Pauper meta look like? I have not played in quite a while. Whatever you hate, I'm kind of in a similar situation. I've kind of sworn off tournaments kind of in, for the time being, I won't say indefinitely, just I really want Ghostly Flicker to be gone. I think it goes away for a few weeks just because people don't play those, or it just happens to not be. But I think when people really focus on it, it's so clear and above the most broken, obvious thing to be playing that, I don't know. All right, we got 4 lands, 1 creature. I'm going to mulligan this. Yuck. We'll mulligan this. All right, we'll keep this. Let's get rid of this. This will generate mana. This won't. I guess we'll get rid of this. Say done. And we'll go from there. Alrighty. Hey, thank you for that, Shiraz. Johnny on the spot. Another one of these lists. I didn't get the Delver menu. Is this deck back or something? It's strange to see so many here. So I kind of going to favor Blisterpod, seeing that we're stuck at 2 mana so far. Go from there. Excuse me, a cough is coming on. The last remnants of the cough. All right. Nice lands. Something about Mirage. Just the... it's not so much the actual artwork. It's the whole composition, how it all sits together in those old frames, and the less is more. Just right. Sorry to be channeling Bob Ross there. Ooh, what's the priority here? Actually, I think Highlands into our Young Wolf. Highlands is probably the play. Argue Brindle Shoat, but I'd like that to ask for a hard counter, and I'm pretty sure we're up against Faye, and he probably just found one. So I'm going to just we'll play this first. We'll attack, and then we'll just drop Rugged Highlands. Our land will be right. That way, if whatever's countered, we can do the opposite. Here we are. Yeah, I'm glad that this did really well. At least didn't draw 2 dead. I mean, we double mulligan this game, but hey, that happens with every deck. And let's see if the Delver of Secrets is going to spill their secrets. They do. Preordained shows up. Yeah, that's a great thing, whatever you hate, if you're new to the metagame, to bookmark and double check and stuff. Very good resource. In fact, I really like it when you're building a deck and you're like, let's say you're making a new Gruul deck, green-red, and you're like, you get to that stage where the innovation's kicked in, but you're like, I don't want to be inefficient. I kind of look for a lot of cards here. And so you go and you look at by color in the metagame, like, oh, what's everybody playing? And then I'm able to use that as a staple. This is a very good deck, for example, where it's like, well, why not just play Lightning Bolt? Well, there's so much synergy packed in this. Something like that Collateral Damage or whatever the spell is actually ends up being a little bit better. Alrighty. I really wish this was a forest at this point, because then I could kind of draw out a false counter here, but I'll play it here. I'll play this. Okay. The race has been achieved. We'll put this on this. And away we go. Here comes the pain. Snap might make it a game. Let's see. I got the vines. It's a nice count of 2 vines, too. This is one of those lists, you know, I try to, I guess, police myself when somebody sends me a list and, you know, you have that kind of autocorrect or you get the red pen out mentally. But I always give it a try as is. And when I played it, I was like, oh, actually, a lot of my assumptions about this were incorrect. And I kept it just as it was. Honestly, if I was going to play it in a tournament, I'd probably make 1 or 2 little tweaks. But I'll be honest with you, can't quite be sure what those would be. Alrighty. Well, let's get our attacking in. Last week I was talking about one of my most oldest and dear friends, Randy, who has a magic collection that will fill most living rooms, and I'm talking the floor to the ceiling. So much card weight it would drop into the basement, sort of thing. It's pretty crazy the amount of stuff he has. Anyway, he had this deck called No Attacky, and I mentioned it a week or 2 ago on the show. And so now, whenever we're playing at the kitchen table and a fog effect happens, or there's some ability like a big creature and it doesn't make sense, we just kind of mutter that under our breath. We're like, No Attacky. And here comes 6. We're losing this race. Double counterspell in our face. Okay. Man, how bad do I want it to be a forest right now? Double kick, 7, 8. Well, we have no chance of doing that. So, obviously, I'm going to point this. Come on, show us a snap now. Yay! Well, if they have a spell stutter, we're in deep crap. Do they got it? Paper here. Excuse me. Blew over. Oh, crap. Double. All right. Don't think we're winning this one. Shoot. All right. Now that mountain is cursing us again. We could at least put the Rancor back on it. No offense, Nichols. It's just one of those weird draws where, man, we want some green here, baby. Well, we'll label this game Delver's Revenge after the 2-0 stomping that we put on whoever that was last round. This one looks to be a bit more of the tradition. Now they know we have a Blisterpod in hand, and we're dead next turn, so there's no reason to even continue this. All right, so first L of the day. That's okay. Didn't expect to write Delver down twice in one go. Not a deck you usually see in the tournament practice room. All right, so we'll do kind of what we did last turn. We'll bring in a double Electrickeries. I like the vine count where it's at. And let me get rid of some of these. And 2 River Boas. I like this play. Dragonheart, nice on defense. Sacrifice, etc. Let's go. Woo! I need some more coffee after this. There's a cool cake decorating class in town. My wife has gone to about 4 or 5 of them now, and this lady's quite a wizard. I kind of rolled my eyes thinking, like, are you kidding me? You know, some baking class to make things look fancy, but she's gone to a Halloween one, and now today's a like the 3rd or 4th one, and it made me a believer. They're pretty awesome. Very good tasting, too, but so nice looking you don't want to touch them. All right. Alright, let's get some revenge. Hey, that's not a bad way to start. Cool. Let's lead it off with the Guildgate. We'll keep this. The biggest problem with any sort of a vertical strategy, and what do I mean by that? Go wide is like tokens, verticals like you enchant stuff, is bounce. And we're up against it here. They're probably running all 4 snaps, so we'll lead off with the Guildgate. And as our robot pimps out our YouTube channel. Very cool. How many of you, just curious in chat, have ever gone to our YouTube page, scroll on playlists, and just sat there and watched all the commercials? It blew my mind. I think we've got over 30, 31 now. It was just like, I mean, I hit play one day and the phone rang or something and came back like 20 minutes later and it was still going or something. I was like, wow, that is a lot of content. Not sure when we'll stop, but it's going to be a nice little mecca of false ads, that's for sure. Alrighty, here we go. So we got Heartfire. We don't have much else. I think this is going to be one of those bait and switch moves here. Yeah, given this, I'm going to try to get an Adventurous Impulse going here. We can respond with Heartfire. Probably should have attacked first, but I mean, we can't really. Alrighty. Any order. Got them worried now, folks. Well, EOT the Heartfire, at least ask for a hard counter or another Fey. See where we go there. I get to see them all live. Yeah, I know. Too many, so right? I remember that was my big worry when I first started Pauperganda. I only had like 2 or 3, and then there were like, there's only so much stuff to roll to, and shows were a little bit longer back then. I always felt guilty, like, or if I'd have a double show, like I do a Friday and a Saturday, and be like, God darn it, keep repeating this stuff. I got to get more of these things, but I am only one person after all, so. Heartfire, not sure what we should target here. It's probably not a miscreant, though, unless it turns into a ninja. Let's see what we have here. All right, well, we'll at least try this. We'll choose him, and then we'll say, get out of here. Pink, Heartfire. See that dude in an alley. He is in an alley. I'll have to move Semi away from keyboard mode since I have to prepare for a D&D session. Awesome. Whatever you hate. If you got any, I have somebody in the other room that's very interested in starting that. So if you have any links, you can send to pauperganda@gmail.com for the holidays. I've got something ready in that regard. I don't want to talk too loudly or clearly because you might be listening. But do's and don'ts, etc. I don't know. It's resources, that sort of thing. I think our holidays are going to have quite a bit of that here too. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Well, this is going to do nothing for us, so we might as well get our mana nice and even here. I'm pretty sure we're going to run into a nice fat snap here. It'd be nice if we had vines, but I don't think it's worth going too overstock on those. All right. Well, we'll bring this out. Are we baiting? Are we baiting? No, we're not. It'd be so nice to have a, you know what here. Electrickery. We'll drop this out. Mana's right. Here we go. I had one awesome D&D experience, and that was about it. I played, what was that one that was just Dreamscape or Dream Catchers, or there was some Wizards came out with one for a while, and I thought it was pretty well done. They stopped making it though, so it couldn't have been that good. But they really lost it on the board. It was just a very boring boardscape. All right. Well, we got something to do with that mountain here. Coral net brings me back. Guess they don't have a snap. That's kind of a free duress of sorts. 2 against 4. I like this ratio. Is this going to turn into a dude? It is. Okay. Well, we got a free play coming up. We'll discard the mountain and go from there. Alrighty. I will discard. Excuse the cough. Alright. Well, this is going to get nasty, isn't it? That's 7, 10. Well, we could Heartfire their face. Excuse me. Except that our boar would be dead. Yeah, I mean, we hit, let's see. We would hit for that. Young Wolf would come back. They'd be at 8. That would hit for 6. They're at 2. Feel like I'm missing a play here. Let's see. No, they don't have snap, or at least they didn't. Of course, they just drew a card. 4, I'm not too worried about. We hit for 4. Smash in the head. Let's attack. We'll rock like this. Yeah. Probably 8, 6, almost there, but not. Alright, well, let's at least do this. Boom. Sacrifice this. I think I'd rather keep the boar alive. So close. Could have had him at 2 if we did it the other way, but I wanted to have an option to see what he does this turn and keep the boar alive. With blocking options, counters aren't that great compared to a body on the ground is my logic. Actually, I think I'm going to roll to my ads in reverse because I need to get a drink and use the restroom, so gotta keep track of which one I'm going to roll to first. First thing I was going to roll to wasn't that long, but I need enough time to go to the other room and fill up and unfill. All right. Are we going to get to a game 3? Let's see. Heartfire is kind of terrifying, isn't it? I'm going to block this. I feel like they were fishing there. If they had bounce, they would have used it. Outside of a double sprite block, not too worried. Hunger's not doing too much. Okay, well, I guess that's gone. Okay. I guess we'll let this go. No. Don't fall for that. That would suck. Oh, come on. What? Now here comes a ninja. They're going to reset and just... It's a super close game, but Hunger's not sure isn't making it feel good. If we get to game 3, I think I'm going to take out some Hungers and maybe prefer some Vines here. All right, at least it didn't turn into a ninja. Let me do a little bait and switch here. Let me think about this. Then I'll do this. Let's see what we're going to get here. Yuck. Boy, that's a whole lot of crap. All right, we've seen 2 coral nets. I think the most anyone would probably run is maybe 3 total, so I think the life might be more important. Any order. We'll drop this and keep everything a mystery. We'll see. All right. Not used to talking this much, sorry. It's probably good for my cold. The last little remnants I'll just shove out. I'm saying that word too much today, remnants. Should have a digital punch in the arm play or something like that. All right. As we consider what we shall do, here comes a sprite. We know it's coming for us. Blisterpod. Not quite sure what I'm looking at. I guess it's a little red creature crawling up some sort of stick. Never really looked at it that closely. Our little Thane of Electrickery, I think, is buying us a few free turns. That, or they're just really flooded. They need an Ona's Grace in that list. My goodness, what is going on here? Miscreants are drawing cards. Even though they're at 4, I'm kind of liking their board state here more than mine. All right, chat, say something. I'm getting a little worried I'm talking to a wall here. I like this deck, but not enough to play by myself. Let's go. I'm going to do this first. Stupid Delvers. I should write that right. There, we know someone's there. There's an eagerness with which Ticklebush just played that sprite that it makes me think they have yet another one right behind it. All right, well, let's go. Look at this. Why not? We'll keep one a mystery. Unless this gets bounced out of existence. No! Wish we could sacrifice it. We can't. All right. Was my prediction true? Do they have yet another one? Oopsie. That's right. You know, the other day I was just playing and I tried to undo a move just like that and it wouldn't let me do it. It cost me the game. It wasn't a tournament or anything, but really frustrating. Boy, if Blisterpod let you do that at instant speed, that would be brutal. Here comes 3. Don't be a ninja. Don't be a ninja. Don't be a ninja. Don't be a ninja. Yeah, dang it. That's pretty much, we're dead for our deck there. That's, he can counter anything. All right. Will, we're going to just block Hunger. Hope we draw some counters. Keep them off more land. And hopefully we can get there with Hunger on a Scion token. Yikes. Hey, maybe they're splashing white with Prismatic, right? That'll do a whole lot of good. We got Devoid Math, baby. Woo! We'll block here. This way, if they do have some sort of snap, we can at least kill it ourselves. That'll be fun. They have to use the sprite here. I guess they don't have to. They could bounce it. They could cast it next turn and just run in front of it. But we're at least representing that we have something here. I'm just going to do this out of spite. Cool. Not that they need more mana. That sucks, though, because their fairy's turned on now. Whoop. We need something really good. That's pretty good. Let's see this Spellstutter sprite. Okay. Let's not see another one. Otherwise, we'll be dead meat. There's another one. All right, we're 1-1 with Delver, and I think we're going to leave it at that, folks. For that, we're going to come back and play some goblins after this. But for right now, I'm going to roll to a commercial. I'll be back in just a bit, get some coffee and such. Be right back.
On the downbeat of 26. I'm Ramin Javadi, and we're here at the Fox scoring stage recording the new trailer for Magic the Gathering called Theros Beyond Death. With this brooding dark setting, we thought, okay, how can we translate this into music? Especially in trailers, you have very little time to tell a lot of story. Subconsciously, we always want to influence the viewer. We wanted to start really low and brooding and heavy. We used the low strings, low basses, contrabass trombone, contrabassoon. We see Elspeth, our heroine, in the crowd. She sees a little child. We have a kids choir coming in, which is very fitting and at the same time off-putting because it's kind of eerie. Just as she gets to her, the child turns around and we see it's actually a demon. And it really turns into horror, basically. And we go from this big orchestra to solo instruments. There's no question that there's nothing better than having real players perform the music because there is something special that you cannot do on the computer. And then, out of nowhere, she opens her eyes and she releases her powers. That's a big, powerful moment and a big moment of hope.
Hey, Pauperganda fans, thank you so much to the continued support of the people to my right. Also, if you want to have your deck played, a 10-ticket donation on Magic the Gathering Online is probably the best way to do it, as well as sending us an email to pauperganda@gmail.com. But anyway, thank you so much again for the people over here, and we'll see you next time. A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's coffee. The rarest beans. Fire roasted. A one drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's Coffee, the angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
And we're back, all refreshed and ready with goblins. Yes, indeed. We will show the preview pane here and go over this list. Not too much of mystery here. We have 17 lands. We got 2 Death Sparks, probably my favorite card in red. 4 Foundry Street Denizens. 4 Bushwhackers, 4 Cohorts, 4 Sledders, 4 Lightning Bolts. I run 3 Martyrs main. More on that in a second. 3 Conscripts and 4 Raiders. We've got a full set of Sparksmiths. I just always like to see this. If I don't like it, I block or sack it to a Sledder. 4 War Marshals, and then we also, come on, wake up, there we go, and 4 Fire Blasts. In our sideboard, we got 3 Electrickery, 3 Shamans, 2 Pyroblast, 3 Yellow-Red Elemental Blast, 1 Caves, just in those weird kill-all, -2, Echoing Decay heavy, Evancard Justices style decks. I really like this and that. It just shuts off, like, 30 cards. It's pretty awesome. And some life staffs. No grenades at all. I've really grown out of those. Just never liked seeing them unless you're already winning. Just not too big of a fan of those. I know there's Estradus build has Chain Lightning's main, 1 less Sparksmith, and the War Marshal's friend. What is it? There's a lot of them, like Krinko's friends or whatever, and it makes a token and stuff. Pretty cool with Foundry Street against Tron and stuff to get in that little bit extra damage. I just I play goblins enough. I really like this build and such. So anyway, I'm going to run right on over here and see, change the decks here first of all. But if you like Nickel's list there, Gruuling Sacrifices, cool thing to build off of and such, and see if you like that sort of thing. It's a pretty cool little list. So we'll create a game here, and hopefully we can start smashing some more face and run into more Delver. I would love to face Delver now. I think that's about a maybe a more favored like 51. It's really close, as we saw. We 2-0'd and then we got 0-2'd. That's pretty good, cool for a nice rogue outing against one of the better decks out there. You don't really expect to see Delver show up all that much in the tournament practice room, but it happens. It happens quite a bit. So yeah, and if you like that modern list I went over, send us an email at pauperganda@gmail.com, and I can send you the text list there. But I don't want to really infiltrate anything else as far as polluting the pauper landscape of such. All right, here we go. Excuse me. I honestly thought yesterday, I was like, I probably won't cough once. Boy, has that been wrong. All right, here we go. Hey, come on back here, game. There we are. We'll keep this. We like 1 land keeps. I like Martyr of Ashes main. I can smash and bash with it. The main reason being against elves and hexproof, which you see quite a bit of. There's almost an auto loss in game 1, and I don't like that. So for the price of 3 guys that you can just sort out or slow people's roll, that sort of thing, we can go from there. So if we draw a land here, that'd be interesting. So I could drop Martyr of Ash here. That'd be kind of interesting, right? Just because I'm pretty sure whatever we play is going to get killed. So I'm not going to, though. We're going to lead off with the cohort. Show our hand quickly here and hope for the best. Goblins, as silly as they are kind of Christmas related. Kind of feel like goblins and elves and such. Hey, I'm playing a snowland. What do you want from me? Well, this kind of blows. We can't really do too much of a trick here. We'll do this, and at least that'll get some, be kind of a magnet for removal, the Martyr of Ashes there. Think of it as a duress that hits for 1. In this game, anyway. See? We duressed for 1 red, and we took Lightning Bolt. That's all. Of course, it helped our opponent in this scenario gain 3 life. That kind of sucks. All right, let's see some of our mini removal or mini lands. They're getting back life. A lot of respect. Okay, well, don't really have any ways of killing that as it sits. I'll lead off with the obvious here and see if we can get more. We've already got another one right behind it. I'll rock like this. Before we get too out of the way here, I want to be able to at least take out their life stick. Okay, well, I don't think they have Lightning Bolt, or they would have EOT'd us there. What does he mean when he says that? EOT equals end of turn? Sorry, don't mean to throw too much nomenclature. Or what would that be? All right. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? They might have prismatic strands here. That would be interesting. I guess we could find out real quick. Let's do it. If they can keep this alive by 1, we've got Death Spark in that scenario. So let's try this and just see where we sit. It's probably a prismatic play. There it is. So now we just don't attack. That's fine. All right. We got volume, but we got to get rid of that prismatic strand. And I'm going to actually favor another sparky move here. We'll rock like this. A while ago, I always talked about the anthem effects and being able to see if the coast is clear, like in a bully play, similar to what we just saw, where you cast Rally of the Peasants as a sorcery, and it really threw off a lot of people. And I still get emails every once in a while, just like, thank you for that. I really opened my mind. I always thought you had to play that instantaneously, and which makes me kind of scratch my head. Nothing on there says you have to, but that was kind of a similar angle to that, where it's like, is the coast clear? I guess it is. We'll see. So this will be interesting. More life for the party. Here we are. We know that they've got 3 Hawks in hand and 1 mystery card, with which they want to keep alive. I like the attack here. Okay, in response, we'll Death Spark, because if they're relying on prismatic here, we're gonna have to keep them honest. Death Spark, one of those cards you put it in your deck, you're never disappointed to see it. All right, so that shows up. So now we know. Well, we kind of know what we're gonna do next turn, don't we? And we also know we're not going to block, because we didn't do that as a sorcery speed, but it kind of falls under that same vein. Like, is coast clear? All right, now our decision tree is a lot simpler to understand. We don't block. Go buy a stick bush. Hey, good game. I was playing Mezzle Delver. Didn't meet you last year, but I'm part of the Bellingham Topper crew. All right, cool. Just so you know. Rock on. Very, very cool. Yeah, that Pauper Bellingham crew is, I've said many a times on this show, that is so well run, with the little community decks and amazing community up there. Great stuff. All right. We're feeling good here. No more mountains, please. All right. Thank you, universe. I'm so happy that happened. Okay, we'll do this. We're getting close to dead, close to dead, close to dead. We'll do this. We'll say okay. And I'm gonna just go all in because we got the aggro here, and we already ate up the prismatic. So let's keep them to the 1 life attack thing here. So Watubu, didn't you just deal damage to yourself casting Death Spark before damage? No, I forced them to use their prismatic. Now our Death Spark is turned on. Feels like we hit them a lot harder there. Feel free to elaborate there, Watubu, but no, I don't believe so. All right, so they've got 2 Hawks in hand and some mystery cards. Outside of being flooded, this is when if you are holding strands, it's so obvious that you're holding it. One thing I actually like over red deck wins with traditional goblins is you can kind of pick people apart. This build of goblins is a control deck in disguise. It has these kind of plays that make people go, oh, you're aggro. And it's like, yeah, it can be that. But make no mistake, this can play like a grindy 3 minutes left deck easily. All right, probably best that falls on the floor. Less distraction. Yeah, I wanted him to use the prowess trigger just because I wanted to ensure that we could kill it next turn with the Sparksmith so that he doesn't have continual life gain beat stick. So, all right, let's go. We'll say yes to this. Actually, we'll say no to this. Something will die in the meantime. Don't want to take 4. At this stage of the game, this is what I like Sparksmith, because people are like, oh, I got to block that. It's like, I'm not going to trip it now. All of our stuff kills things. All right, here we go. Well, yeah, we got a lot of fun going on here. Let's play this first. I see what you're saying. I'd have to watch it in replay. All right, we're all good. Let's attack. No mystery what we're holding. Happy to keep killing Death Spark. Do we have another prismatic? There's 2 cards. There's only 1 card we don't know what's in his hand. We'll keep this a little more aesthetically pleasing. There's the play I'm talking about. And I could use this with the mana we've got right now. Actually, let's wait. Let's make sure that it dies. Cancel. Sure, we'll do that. You cast Prismatic right here. We can at least do something about it. I mean, the opposite's true, though. We can't really turn that on. We probably have to save something in the meantime here. This spark doesn't come right back unless we want to sacrifice something to this Sledder here. Who knows? Could happen. 12 to 10, feeling good. Unless a prismatic shows up, that's going to make things really unfair really quick. Or that. All right, we'll sacrifice this to, sure, that. Sacrifice it. Yes, I'd rather turn on Death Spark, please. Still 1 mystery card in our hand. Which we will be getting back. What is that mystery card? We will pay 1. Yes. Come on back, son. Woo! Let's play this right out of the gates. play this instead. I'll keep one up. It was good enough to warrant a journey. Let's see how much more I can go. Here we are, coming on over. 4/5. Is it a Prismatic Strands, or is that the mystery card? It is. I believe I was trying to get it out and force it out for our Bushwhacker play there, so if memory serves. I'll have to revisit it though. All right, both of these are gone. Here we are. In this scenario, I'm actually going to sacrifice Bushwhacker here. So I want that Death Spark back big time. Want him to have to use that prismatic all the time. Okay, let's do this. Cool. Won't rock like this. Turning on Death Spark yet again. As we attack. They are hellbent. This is feeling pretty good. Don't want to put on too much of a scare here, but excuse me. The old War Marshal play. I mean, I'll try to get in. I really want this to, this will help turn on Death Spark, obviously, but I really want him to use a Prismatic here. I just don't like living under the threat of it. Come on. Okay. Could really react with Fire Blast, get him to 8, but now his little safety blanket's completely gone. We've had technically 4 Prismatics hit, so. You sort of land draw here and just super dead. Death Spark's coming back. Might as well attack. That's fine. I'll say okay. Get back our favorite dude. Not live in fear of anything else. Here we go. Boop. Death Spark. Sledder. Attacky. Wazza! Here we go. They are hellbent. I'm going to do this right now. Boop. Any order. Pretty hard to wiggle out of this. Third prismatic, maybe? All right. Boros down. Boros down. This might be pretty good in this matchup. They don't have goblins. Between Seal of Fire's Fire Blasts and stuff, about the only thing that's going to take this down is Journey. So I think it's worth 1 spot. Not quite sure about Gorilla Shaman, but I like it better than Martyr of Ashes. So I'll get rid of all 3 of these. And that way, if they are playing some weird artifact heavy build, we have it. Otherwise, we've just got a nice little lightning bolt target. I like these early. Get rid of you-know-who, the life stick dude. Let's revisit the sideboard. Electrickery. Yeah, that might be pretty good, huh? Maybe we've shown him Fire Blast. So let's take out 1. Actually, we'll take out 1 more Shaman for another Electrickery. Don't want to get too many sorceries going on here, but I'm kind of liking this build. Let's go like that. And here we are. Good. Hope the land just stays put. We'll keep. I played Goblins pretty competitively about 5-6 years ago. During the holidays, too, I had a really, really burly run. Just a bunch of I think I had like 3 or 4 wins in one day. I think it was on Christmas Eve too. But I started just getting addicted to Death Spark. The more I saw it, the more I won. So I had like, I think at my final build back then I had 3 main. It was just like, take that. You get up to 3 main with Fire Blast. It's time to start thinking of 18 basics instead of 17. But I was really bummed out when I was brewing for Modern just the other day. And I found out that Faithless Looting isn't allowed there. Ooh, I almost hit okay. Let's not do that, Adrian. Let's play this first. We'll attack here. And then we'll drop the artwork we don't like so that it probably eats. Here we are. Okay. So yeah, next week's show will be the end of the year show. Hopefully have a new Rogue Brew by then to show y'all. It's very quiet at work this week, for obvious reasons, the holidays and such. Pretty fun regardless. The old Electrickery is never dead play. There's nothing in the yard. This is a very good time to not worry about stuff. All right. Well, I like Electrickery here. Actually, I kind of like this play. Let's play this and attack with everything. I think I might Electrickery double kill the Seeker here if he doesn't do a double block. Okay. Well, let's do this now to that so that when this dies, it buries it. Cool. And then we'll unfortunately use this on this. I guess we could have done that in a little bit different order, but all right. At least Sledder's coming back, baby. Woo! That's all we care about. No life gain. Not much to worry about when Seeker of the Way's off the board. I guess Prismatic and Seeker are the 2 big things we're like, no. There's the card. But yeah, I had that in my Land Destruction build in Modern. And boy, you talk about mean. All right, Prismatic's online. This dork's coming back with some life. That's all right. Hope we draw a land here and then no more. Excuse me. All right. Let's bring back Sparky. Yes, sirree. Land. All right. Better lucky than good. Let's not, it's like, do you play Prismatic here? Tough call. Okay. That's fine. Well, Prismatic's gone. I think I'm going to hold off. I don't need to have Sparky come back every turn, do I? It's such a nice... he's not going to want to turn on you-know-who, and it's not worth attacking. So, all right, Prismatic's down. Don't have to head it next turn. Something will probably die this turn anyway. Chat, where'd you go? Okay, this is interesting. Well then, let's do this to this. I'll sacrifice this. Yes. Turning on Death Spark yet again. Again, trying to draw attention to this, not this, especially with what's in our hand. All right, Shiraz, always there, my friend. Thank you. Shiraz, I can't remember. Were you there for the very first show? I think you were. All right, let's bring this back. I don't know. I said 18, but boy, 17 lands is feeling just right the way this is hitting now, right? Let's do this here. I just want to turn off any sort of shenanigans with you-know-who. Core Sky Fisher bringing back 4 life and such. So I'm just going to be recklessly abandoning here. The stuff dies, that's great. This Death Spark just keeps coming back. So there we go. That's fine. It's kind of foolhardy to think Foundry Street's going to be like this 5-1 that gets through against Boros with all the ground crew. So, all right. Yeah, I was there when you were still testing the cam and mic. That's right. Well, that's kind of insulting, Saratobu. You had the stream muted. Why watch then? Hopefully my cough didn't make you do that. All right. Apparently, Goblins is pretty good against Boros. With all the hate and the life and such, you'd think maybe think differently. Boy, it feels like way too much card for what it does in this matchup, right? Cool. Alrighty. I think we pay for this. No, I'm not gonna. We'll pay for this. Yes. Yeah, you shoot the inspector now or later. I'm going to hold on to it. I mean, we could do it now and then get it right back, but sure, I'll pay for it now. All right. Let's attack first. You could always block the token and we don't get it right back, but we'll see. Okay. We know they've got, let's see, 3 Squadron Hawks in hand. Let's do this. We could be sitting duck for Electrickery at this point. Flash them back. Faithless Looting implies they've got, they're either looking for Prismatic, or maybe they do have an Electrickery or 3 in their 75. Let us see. Okay, there's that. Death Spark. Paying homage to 1/1 since 1983. Well, that's inaccurate. Maybe 1993. Actually, that was Ice Age, if I'm not mistaken. We'll do this. Build up Foundry Street. It's definitely going to die. We don't really have to worry about Prismatic this turn. Cool. We'll attack. Anything he does, and hopefully it's not a token that gets blocked. Foundry Street's probably dead. Good news is, whenever it kills, we'll be able to zing for another. What do you got? More? Okay, cool. Well, we'll do this. As that dies and gets us back yet another card. I didn't see that one coming. I really expected that to die this turn. Kind of like this scenario. Cool. All right. Stuff's dropping like flies. We keep getting back this Death Spark. It's kind of owning the game. You wouldn't think it. The online player, I know I mention this every time I play Goblins, but Signal has a really good article called The Wrath of Khan, Khan. And in it, at least back when it was HTML ready and had all its links, there was a really cool thing. He had a miniature list of, and this was back then, like 2006, of all the cards that Death Spark killed that were relevant in the metagame. And it was a very long list. And obviously, my point is, it's only gotten longer. You can always point it at their face, too. But I think our opponent's kind of learning the woes of Death Spark. It's like, wow, that's a really good card. When I first designed Boros Boli, I was trying so hard to fit Death Spark in there. It just wasn't having it. Little behind-the-scenes crapola for you there. All right, let's do this. We'll pay for this dude. Sure. Yeah, we'll pay for that. And we'll pay for this. Yes. There's still no prismatic in the yard. We'll go like this. Cool, cool, cool. Let's attack. Should I play that first? No, I'm gonna attack first. I remember reading that article, well, technically true, that more creatures now die to it. It does seem worse now because things that die to it are less prevalent. Could be, could be. Let's drop here, go like this. Depends on the metagame. It's feeling very prevalent right now. Ouch. There goes a whole lot of stuff. So they've got 2 hawks in hand and this mountain. Oh, never mind, that mountain's gone. 2 hawks, 1 mystery card. Death Spark coming back. Looked worse than it was. All right. With 2 hawks in hand, I think I'm going to blow that up pronto because we know there's no prismatic in his hand. Yep. 1, 2. I'm going to just kind of go all out here. I could slow roll this a little bit, but knowing that they've only got the... oh, shoot. I can't do that. I did that. All right. That was a punt for sure. Cannot bury the spark. Shoot. I guess I'm just going to have to hope that... I guess I can block conscripts and get... I should have fire blasted first, then death sparked. You're wondering, huh? You never, ever, ever, ever want to... It's never the right move to get rid of that. Unless you have like dredge or some way to remove stuff in your yard. Okay, now we have a mystery card, and I don't like it because prismatic turns stuff on. So that was a punt. I should have had that game. Kind of have to show his hand here with Seeker. Still could do it with prismatic. Can always be on the stack, and you can throw Fire Blast at him, but still, till a creature's above that, this is kind of a dead card for me. All right, well, they obviously don't have that. Okay. Creature, please. Cool. Well, this almost ensures that something will go to our yard. Well, it would be nice to... Let's go. All attacky. Boop. It's gotta be frustrating when Death Spark's in there. You're like, I want to kill... Wait, no, I don't. I don't want this to keep turning on and on and on. Ah, darn it. This might be the time when it's okay to kill Death Spark. The card that's left is a hawk. I'm going to break my own rule here, folks. We'll see if I'm wrong. All right, I'm going to kill that now. Shoot. The one mistake you make, and they sure make you pay for it. It's the very next card drawn is the culprit in charge, but at least you get to see how prismatic happens there. But broke my own rule there. Buried Sparky. And we might lose because of it, but I think we'll lose a little bit slower than it would with a Seeker of the Way gaining a bunch of life coming at us. I better watch my clock. Cool. All right. Darn. Shoot. I'm already regretting that. All right. If I draw a land next turn, I'm going to scoop just for time and to kind of digitally punish myself for playing poorly there. Note to self, Electrickery might be good here. I think we brought in 2, if I'm not mistaken there. I just got done ranting that it's always correct to do it the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. There is a hawk in their hand. All right. Well, let's go. This have to almost be belligerent red here. It's like, go ahead and use your strands. All good play. Turn on the red now. Double block. I'm going to go to game 3. I don't like making a mistake with Death Spark. I deserve to lose that one. Even if I could pull it off, don't want to. Like having access to one of those. I think we're all right here. Yeah, this feels pretty good. You know what? Foundry Street, there's just so much stuff happening on the ground. I think I could probably lose one of those. I'm very glad that we didn't. I'm going to bring in one life staff. Like we need the games to go any longer. Glad we didn't bring in the shamans there. It's more of a bully build than anything else. All right, 8 minutes. Let's do this. We got, yeah, that's kind of a weird hand, huh? Against bully, though, I'm not too hesitant to drop this. We can really turn up the heat if they have a slow draw. We'll keep. It's an awkward hand. We've got to just play these like they're nothing. So I've been working on this music video for this new show coming out, and I don't think there's a number high enough to hear the number of times I've heard this song. I've had straight up nightmares about this song, and it's a good little song. Indian tune too. I've always liked Indian music. Back in the early 2000s, an artist named Dalir, I really liked him a lot. Not sure what anybody's saying, but I've always liked that music. Okay, well, let's do this. Play this and attack like this. I'm going to represent some pretty good damage here. Hopefully we get something like a Sledder next. War Marshal's going to die, but that's all right. What do we got here? Let's see a Garrison. Nice big time stall play. Come on. I like their taste in lands. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Well, we got the Garrison, but I sure wish the creature didn't come with it. No. This can go. That card's so insane. Where's your prismatic now? Whoa! Attack! All attacky. And it gets worse. Sometimes goblins can look like an aggro deck. Wink, wink. Ooh. Really preserving the life total there. Now they obviously have Electrickery here. But the only way that play makes that much sense. Whoa, okay, cool. All right, guys. I'm going to take another quick bathroom break. We'll be back right after these messages.
Daddy, it's Santa Claus!
Hello there, little fellow.
Santa, what are you doing in a liquor store in the middle of March?
I'm promoting my new liqueur, Santa Liqueur. Everyone who tries it loves it. Here, try some.
No, thank you, Santa. Let's go, Timmy. What you're doing is wrong, buddy.
But I give gifts to children every Christmas.
Santa should consider what it looks like to little children when he's peddling some awful liqueur.
Oh, no, it's wonderful. Everyone who tries it loves it. Try some.
I said no, Santa. Let's go, Timmy.
Daddy, just let Santa give us something!
Don't disappoint the boy.
I hope they're paying you enough money, Santa.
That grumpy old grown-up doesn't know the true meaning of Christmas. I'm going to follow him with my laser pointer until he tries my liqueur.
Daddy!
Hey, stop that. I mean it. Put it down right now.
Daddy! Is Santa trying to kill you?
No, Timmy, he's not. Come on, Timmy. Come on. Come on, Timmy.
Theros Beyond Death Spotlight. Escape. A lot has changed since we last visited Theros. There's a new member of the Pantheon. I mean, kind of new. Okay, the God of Destiny has emerged from the underworld after eons, and this has far-reaching consequences, not the least of which is the underworld is leaking. Introducing the new keyword, escape. That's right, all kinds of things previously confined to the underworld are back among us. like our new doggo friend, Underworld Ragehound. Escape gives you a way to cast a card from your graveyard. The cost to do so includes 2 parts, some mana you'll have to pay, and a number of other cards you'll exile from your graveyard. And the puppy you thought gone can terrorize your opponent once more. Some creature cards escape with a number of +1/+1 counters. This means Underworld Ragehound will enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter if it was cast using Escape. If it wasn't cast from your graveyard using the Escape ability, it doesn't get this bonus. Escape isn't limited to just creatures. Auras, instants, sorceries, even equipment is making a break for it. Casting a spell using Escape doesn't change its timing. Creatures and other non-instant cards can escape only during your main phase. When you cast a spell using Escape, it goes on the stack like normal, so it can be countered and otherwise responded to. As long as you can find a way to keep your graveyard filled with cards to exile, cards can escape over and over again throughout the game. Someone really has to talk to Erebos about this.
Hey all you Pauper fans, make sure to visit Gatherling.com. They host a variety of awesome free tournaments. That's right, free. Simply find a tournament that interests you and enter. Pauper Classic Tuesdays, or PCT, happens at 8 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. Track your records, follow stats, all while enjoying a free tourney with prizes. Arctic Ghost is your host for Pauper Classic Tuesdays. Follow these 4 steps for a free tournament experience. Also remember to thank your host. They do this just for the love of the game. Have a great time.
And we're back. All right. I think this will be the last one for today, folks. I'm going to pull a 2 and 2 here. If we get a land, this is going to be a really fun game because the War Marshal is going to make our Foundry Street nice and fat. But we'll see here. Okay, Evolving Wilds. Anything, we can at least pull Sledder. There we go. All right. This is the scenario we really like. We're not sure what we're up against here, so we're just going to blindly play aggro. Getting our dudes to come online here. It's a turn 3 optimal play with a Sledder or a Raider out is usually best, but we'll take what we can get, especially if Foundry Street's going to show up here. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. And we do our best impersonation of a walking lightning bolt. Woo! When the other room grabbed a cough drop instead of sucking on it, which would get kind of irritating with the mic right next to my mouth, I chomped on it, liquefied it, and so now it's all stuck to my teeth, so it'll give me kind of ongoing relief as far as talking too much here. Hopefully it helps out. Agarabola shows up. All right. We got a few answers for that. Brainstorm shows up. And let's open up the chat. I mean, not the chat. The peek window. All right. We will say no to this. No. It's gone. That's fine. We'll do like this. Go like this. Huh. All right. The only problem with the Martyr sometimes, or with the Sledder, it's not a Goblin, so we can't sacrifice it. Oh, it is all right. By playing that, it'll still get 3. Boom, boom, boom. I'd rather just do this. And we'll attack. Refuse to have a 1/3 just be some sort of stall card right in front of us the whole game. So go from there. Hopefully we draw into another land here. We can at least have the Devon in the house. All right. Yeah, we got all Goblins love going on here for the holidays. Not sure what we're up against. All right. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's get rid of the blocker. See what sort of shenanigans are going to occur here. Brainstorm. All right, let's check this off the list of Christmas goodies. It's kind of a scary move here. Makes you almost wonder if they're running Electrickery main. That would really suck. Curfew. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll bring this back. I'll choose that. So we don't take any damage. Their little aha moment's going to be foiled greatly here. Watang! Attack! Whirl! Booyah! Here we go. Devon in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. Pretty quick show today. We're going to wrap up shop here right after this one and see you all next week. I thought my throat would be a lot better, but it's starting to kind of teeter out here pretty quickly. We showed off a really cool, if you're just joining us here live, make sure to catch the replay on YouTube. Nichols had a cool little list that we showcased. Went 1-1, both against Delver. Pretty cool. All right. Well, we are the aggro here. Let's see if he wants to rock like this again. Get out of our way, says Sparksmith. Woo! Huh. Let's cast something we think might get countered. I'm just going to go all in here. A little bit counter happy here. That's fine. We already got one out. This is definitely the bigger problem here. Love. Goblins is so therapeutic sometimes when people are playing like really counter heavy builds. You're just like, I am the problem. Get out of my way. Just move. Yes. Stuff like that happens. All right. We saw red. Maybe caves is cool. You know why I like caves? Because all of our little 1/1 dorks turn into Augur of Boluses. Not really, but hey, they're 1/3s. A lot of stuff's going to die. Not quite sure Sparksmith needed in this amount. Death Spark's cool. I'm actually going to leave them both. I'm going to take out a Fire Blast and a Sparky. We're obviously going to take out all of our Martyr of Ashes. Completely irrelevant in that matchup. Hexproof and Elves, it's a nice surprise, but what do you guys say? You want to see some caves? Let's see some caves. And we'll bring in 1, 2. Don't want to bring in too many of these. Let's take out a Spark just because we're going to have so many tricks. I don't want to fill up our yard too much here. Yeah, we'll go like this. You know what? Against this list, I'd rather have a Spark than a Fire Blast. All right. Let's see what we can see. Woo! Drew Tucker. You know him by name. Cool. I'd have to look at who was the artist, but yeah, something that nostalgia of those old cards like that. Well, we've got a really mean hand against like a traditional Delver list. We've got Augur Bait. We've got counter spells. You know what? Normally I wouldn't keep this. I'm just going to keep it. See what we draw into. Note to kids out there, don't keep this hand, but we're going to keep it just because we ain't playing for money or nothing. We're just going to rather look at a lot of cards here. Yeah, there's that kind of shadow art. I always like that stuff. Very cool. All right. Well, this is more of a Delver build, so shoot. I think I'm just going to bolt that. Logic being, if we don't see much else, we can drop Sledder, probably get out of Fae, and then bolt it in response. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Don't worry about days anymore. Just going to make the onus on them. They can't just sit back and nibble us apart, threaten with Ninja, that sort of thing. Tempo's on them. Here comes Bolus, probably. No? Okay, preordain. Yeah, I'm feeling some goblin love here, this for sure. All right. That's enough mountains for the whole game. We can just stop there. I really like this artwork over the Sledder. I don't even know what's going on here. If you remember our Pictionary games that my youngest does for MTG Pictionary, this was one of the harder ones to guess. It's like, huh? Yeah, sure. Let's get this out here. Kind of hard to try to counterspell this or kill it when you pretty much see a copy of it just sitting there. And just clicking on the land just in case. And between, you know, Fire Blast and Mogg Raiders and Goblin Sledders, you're able to kind of deal with any permanent of your own, meaning like end of turn, like capsize, stuff like that. It's Goblins has a lot going on. You've usually always got an option here. Even here, you know, Electrickery. You want to keep your Goblin numbers in the 1/1s. You want to keep them even. As I say that, here's the option. If we know for sure they don't have anything, that's cool. Let's technically, yeah, you could cast that, but I'm afraid of a sprite here, so I want to at least have something here. I'm gonna represent some smash damage here. Okay, cool. They don't have any sort of counter magic. It'd feel kind of silly because we could get in 2 more damage here and have that and Electrickery bait, because we're going to lose 2 for 1 here the way this sits, but for right now I'm willing to kind of go with it. Keep up our Pyroblast shenanigans here. Okay. Wow, they don't have it. What a strange sequence. They've got to have Electrickery. No. Interesting. Better to counter this than to kill it so they don't get the advantage. Cool. And the coast is clear. Woohoo. Alrighty. I'd rather just keep that in my hand. So now in this scenario, because we're at an even number, it's only relevant with 1/1s and Electrickery math, but what are you talking about, you crazy old man? Well, the Electrickeries now, you can save it, still hit for 4, and sacrifice 2 dudes. Whereas before, if he had Electrickery last turn, we were kind of screwed. We'd have to lose 2 guys, only saving 1. So now it's that 2 for 1 still, but not that great a one. All right. At this stage, this might be better to see what he's got. A little worried about a spell stutter showing up here. That's why I don't want to just bolt in response. Counterspell shows up. All right. You know what? I'm going to pop this now. You got the sprite? You do. Okay. Attack. Sacrifice this. Yep. No fey for you. Keep our mystery card in hand. Start smashing with numbers. They've got a counter spell. This is when I really would like to see Death Spark show up. I almost hope we lose this game because I like Death Spark that much in this matchup. It's so fun. Estridus has a 3rd, I think, in his sideboard, or the other one in the side. I could see why easily now. It's a good call. So tempting to just like go all in and just get rid of Bolas. At least he's not blocking the good artwork one. So in this scenario, you're gonna, in case they do have bounce, we're gonna want to target this dude. We'll sacrifice this. Yep. Realistically, though, they might just have Electrickery instead. Even in that scenario, though, or lightning bolt, that sort of thing. We want to target the thing we don't care about all that much. Good point there. We have both of our sack outlets still going out here. So they're sacking it. That's cool. We'll target this, sacrifice this, and still get in 3. Unless they've got yet another trick. At least we know they don't have Electrickery. Here we are. Counterspell in hand. 2 other mystery cards. Even in a scenario like this, drop Goblin Cave, speaking of Drew Tucker, and they would probably be a kind of a must counter in this scenario because it'll just allow our dudes to just keep smashing in Augur. So 1-3. Oh, here comes a ninja. All right. Well, at least they're going to probably tap out here, seeing as how. See what the benefits of holding a mountain are. So my youngest is still yet to learn that lesson when we're playing at the kitchen table. It's like, hold on to that land. That's why they tapped that mountain just then. Keep that counterspell magic up. All right. I wonder how far we can get with a bluff here. I think 4 might be selling it a little too hard, so I'm going to call this, thinking we might have Bushwhacker behind this. It's like, do you counter this? See? See what a bluff gets you, folks? Good times. I try Sortoba. He's already better than I am, that's for sure. That's not any sort of a father ego crap either. It's legit. I think, unfortunately, he just thinks I'm being nice when I say that, but I was like, wow, he's really got a good MTG head on his shoulders. Almost focuses on the complex almost to a fault, though. It's like, you know what, it'd probably do you a little bit of good to kind of keep things a little simpler sometimes. He's got a cool green deck right now with all these +1/+1 counters to the point where it's like, okay, dude, maybe an overrun or two might be better here. But hey, everybody, that's what makes the game so damn good. You play the same 2 decks against each other 100 times, you will not have the same game. That's amazing. Same cannot be said for chess. That's why I got out of competitive chess. Turned into Simon Says. It's like, I'm trying to remember what Morphy did against the Capablanca defense in 1852, and the counter for that with Alexander Alkine. It's like, ugh, can I just play the person, please? Drives me nuts. So now, whatever we play, they will counter, probably. But at this point, I'm just after the counter here. The benefits of holding a mountain. We got him feeling squeamish, do we? Woo! We got him at 1 life here. If we just attack. That was just that cutesy little move. I didn't quite catch if they had the wilds out there yet. I think they did. Ah, man, I wish we could make them pay for this. Well, Deprive showed up. Let's go. Alrighty, let's see what we were going to draw anyway. So that would have been nice. I don't know if we would have technically won that one. You know what? We'll play one more just to, unless it's like some super slow prison lock game or something like that, but we'll see. My throat's feeling a little bit better. I think I got one more in me, and that'll make it an even 5. Not leave you guys hanging. All right, we've got 1. Do we have any other fun? We'll keep. This is when you do wish you had 18, especially with this kind of shenanigans going on. All right, here we are. We'll lead off with the creature and go from here. See, I've played, 2 or 3 games with goblins now, and I want to put in that 3rd Death Spark immediately, even in a metagame like this. Always see options for it. Love, 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 love that little trail. That mountain's worth it. It looks like Mordor. Just, here we go. Alrighty. Don't have much of a choice here. I'll play this just to get the attack here. Maybe our cohort will take a lightning bolt in the face for us. Nope. Alright. Well, then we'll shock him in return. Boop. It does die. Alright. Just a little. Ooh, Rakdos. Interesting. Come on, one land and we're good to go. Give me a land. Land. Nope. Okay. Well, that sucks, but I'll just keep the pressure coming here. One more land. Gotta love these old school bolts by Christopher Rush. Boy, not the right deck to be playing against Edicts, that's for sure. It's like, okay. Once that War Marshal comes out, those cards are going to feel about as relevant as a Library of Lang. Trying to get in some sort of MTG jokes. All right, let's come on, Mountain. This is really keeping this a game when it shouldn't be. Come on. That's unfair. I don't know what I'm playing against. He might just have 4 Evancar's Justices in his hand and a bunch of lands and life gain and all this other stuff. But for right now, we're happy to trade cards for creatures. Right now, though, we could live through a Justice, at least one of our dudes. Cycling and Unearth. Rakdos and Gruul. Those are 2 decks just outside of Aeokis's cool build that use the Fenkenrath Noble. Haven't really seen any competitive lists that stay around. So, you know, everybody out there is trying to do the next big thing or whatnot. Focus on those colors. You know, make a name for yourself, deck builder wise. Be the one to come up with something that places pretty steadily in either the Rakdos or the Gruul persuasion. Everything's all there. You know, not too long ago, people said the same thing about Boros. And the reason being, everyone was focused on the landfall. Yes. Everyone. It had to be the played a GOP or the step links and all this stuff. Okay. Cool. We got a handful of love here. This is fine. Cards for cards. We'll be fine as long as we draw another land. But you're not going to get there, meaning the next new deck is if you use the templates of old or you build off of something that somebody already has, because it's immediately going to stultify your thinking. Start fresh. Find a card. All right. I think it might be safe. The coast might be clear. I think I want to lead off with Sparksmith here. The logic being I can drop War Marshal next turn and activate Sparksmith and kill Gary and clear the way. So I'm going to feign a little weakness here. We've got Fire Blast, but that'd be a really bad play. Goblins, they all look kind of dorky and just like worthless, but it's like, boy, as you've noticed, they kind of have to kill just about everything. There's some pretty good quality goblins going on here. All right. We got to be careful, though, if they smack in response that we don't... Let's do this. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? One, we'll sacrifice this Sparksmith. He sees our shenanigans coming. Costs him a terminate to make our dude bigger and stronger. Man, at 1 card, I will take you up on this all day long. Let's go. Let's go, Saka. Woo. This one. I'll sacrifice this. You got any edicts now? Woo! I tried Jun's Spirits. That's the spirit, Soratubu. Sadly, it's awful. I'm a Rakdos guy, and I've built a dozen decks thinking that I finally cracked the code. I think we've all been there, Devon. Well said. That's what I mean. It's you know what I found amazing tempo-wise was the I think it's the Rakdos Signet, just the 2 that you pay 1 to give you 2. I've got that in a few builds, and oh my god. I was just blown away by how crazy that is. All right, since we have another Raider right behind it, and I don't think we really have to worry about Electrickery effects here, I'm going to attack right into this. Waiting for damage, and then we'll turn on the bolt. Or not. We'll see. Attack. think the best Rakdos decks might be Reanimator. I don't know, boy. If you've been on the receiving end of Aeokis's build a few months back, that might be more than a few months ago now. Might be like a lot longer. We'll slow roll this. Keep our dudes out. Opponent's got 2 cards. Hopefully they're just edicts, and may start getting into it. That's what's fun about playing 2 Fire Blasts and the Death Spark. You've got stuff to do with extra mana. If in the rare case you do get flooded. Telling you, I'll be the first to tell you that, you know, having a 3 Martyrs main and a Goblins build, it's like, what? I don't want to ever. But I'm telling you that for that game 1, if we run into like Hexproof or Elves, you'd be very glad that you have access to that, and the game's just not immediately a wash. Alrighty. Wondering how far I can take this. I'm going to rock like this. I want to get that damn Gary out of the way. And I'm willing to pay quite a bit for it. If he blocks right. Alright. Let's come on in for 4 anyway. Boom. There we go. You know, the best Rakdos deck might be Goblins. With, what's the Storm? The Black Storm card. Of course, every time you see it and it works, there's probably 3 other times you're like, I wish that was just a Fire Blast. That's what's neat too. A lot of times I want to shove in like Flaring Pain for like the last matchup we saw with Boros and stuff. And you'll notice when you play Goblins like a control deck, it doesn't really need it. Oh boy, gosh, 1 more land and I'd be willing to kind of go all in here. But for right now, I think we're just going to rock like this. Until that's gone, I want to save this for like a maybe a Bushwhacker play sort of thing. As it sits now, we've got options. Attack! Whoa! Oh, so tempted. Should I do it? Boy, that'll cost both of these and 1 of these. But in reality, it's really only 2 cards. And then he might have an answer for it, and then we'll really be up against it. I'll throw this on here. We'll sacrifice this. Yep. And let's make this the focal point. Sacrifice this. All right. Cold Steel Coffin. Oh, that's a hopeful moniker, isn't it? As they lose a life. We have more shenanigans. Prism. Good times. Little do they know they're at 3 life. This game is ours. Unless, watch, they have like hollow or something. Tap for white. Wah! Hey, that's cool. Let's do this so our conscripts can attack. Yeah, let's do that. We'll attack here. Learning from our previous thing, we'll cast this first. Boink. Any order? Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, do they have it? Whoa, what a trip. Well, that's going to cost us big time, isn't it? That's going to gain him 3 life back. Dang. That's rough. Well, regardless, we'll do this. We really got to draw a land here, don't we? This will not die. This will. That kind of sucks. Probably not going to be drawing a creature here. This has to live. Oh, come on, a Rakdos deck with access to white. I think it might be a punt when it's like, you didn't go for it. What's wrong with you? Put the pedal down. Let's see. He's going to gain 3 life. That'll put him at 9. We don't have enough to do much of anything here. This is dead. I'm just curious as to what... we really need to keep this alive. Cancel. Let's target this. I'll sacrifice this. Let's target this. I'll sacrifice this. Yeah, I doubt we're getting out of this one. We need to like mountain. All right. Come on. Let's have it easy. At least I didn't bury the spark. Let's get like lightning bolt, then mountain. No, because then we could get the rest. Let's get mountain, then lightning bolt. Then it's hopeless, right? Oh, still is. We could still smash in here. What do we got? What has he got? Prismatic next. Shows the power of ephemerate. Rakdos is using it. Good lord. Pretty tough call keeping that alive. As our ability to attack goes dwindles. Man, we'd almost be dead if he pointed that at our head. Look at that. Yeah, let's pay for that. All right. I'll keep the threat going, man. Ooh. We're just going to run over this. Excuse me. Oh, screw it. I'm going to wash here. I am not going to get rat locked. You go ahead and take that one. Good times. All right. I am going to bring that in. Death Spark. I love you. Staff. I love you. We'll get rid of one of these. Lightning Bolt's relevant. We'll get rid of all of these. Keep this. Sure, let's bring in 2 of these. Boink. A lot of stuff's going to be dying, so let's gain some life. Might have been able to fight through that one. My throat's kind of hurting, so I probably shouldn't have played this last round, but what are you going to do? All right, we got a lot of stuff. He's probably got a lot of death. We'll keep. If we draw land, this will be over real quick if they don't have, like, innocent blood, lightning bolt, that kind of sort of thing. So, which they might. It's all good. Let's lead off with the cohort. So for the record, I wouldn't call that a rage quit, but we definitely might have been able to fight through that, but not worth it. With the rage my throat is feeling right now. All right, let's make this kind of obvious. You want to kill one? That's cool. We'll just keep coming at you. There it goes. There's his twin. And away we go. Come on, let's get another land. Dun, 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 dun. Prism shows up. I wonder if Ephemerate's in the hand again. That's kind of sad state of things, right? When you're like, yeah, it's a cool Rakdos build. Yeah, what was the best card? Ephemerate? Big head scratch, huh? Well, our deck's not doing us any favors. Going up against a mass removal deck. Stuck on 1 land. Happens. We did keep it after all. Can only look so far before the fingers are pointing back at you. And away we go. Yeah, if you run 4 Sledders and 4 Raiders, a lot of times you can probably skimp on caves just if you're used to playing goblins. It's just one of those cards, kind of a must counter. Lets you play a little bit more relaxed. You don't have to be in the sacrificial game. think if I ran 3 Death Sparks, you could probably argue you get rid of the caves, because that way you're kind of that's more of your grindy sort of control game. But like I said, on a big Sunday, if I was to play goblins, I'd like to have 1 caves. One of those decks I think people auto Electrickery in against, and as we saw, it's not that great. It can be, but unless you're up against it already, usually you might get 2 for 1. It's rare that you get completely wiped out because of things like Sledders being able to kind of keep your team alive and keep the threat on. Yuck, don't like that. We'll throw up Lightning Bolt in case he can have some way of dropping a mountain and duressing us. So at least we can attack here. Kill it. Watch, he's got another Unearth. I might scoop if that happens. That is probably the most hated card in Pauper. Hated in a good way. Definitely doesn't need to be banned or anything like that, but oh god. The Tempo Killer. Tempo Rats, that's what they should be called. Oh no, Black instigate, or at least telegraphs that they might have another one right behind it. Do they? Do they got it? Nope. They might be going to find one, though. Anybody got shopping to do? I got a tiny bit left to do. Alrighty. Well, this ain't any fun now, is it? We're forced to just cast a Bushwhacker all on his lonesome. Just to get in 3 damage. Ain't that sad? I probably should have stopped it at 4 rounds, saved my throat and my pride here. After an Ephemerate Rakdos build. Still giggling about that. That was pretty funny. Alrighty. I'll make this hit harder. I'll sacrifice this. Yep. You still take 3 and it cost you a card. That'd be kind of funny though if we end up winning with one land. Highly doubt that will happen. But interesting play here. They must have a handful of crap. I probably would have played the one from the yard first. If we don't draw land, I don't think we're winning this one. Yes, this is true, Shiraz. I gotta stop talking real soon. All right, cool. We got a little reprieve from the governor here. Let's get a mountain, please. Mountain in the Sparksmith or in the Bushwhacker? Well, now that he's played a mountain, it's probably into Sparky. That helps. Here comes 3 more. What's in the yard? Not enough. He's dropping edicts, unearths. I wonder why he didn't grab back the chittering rat. Gary shows up. 1 card. No access to Ephemerate. Come on, mountain. Oh, jeez. Oh, Bezo. This is getting really ridiculous. I'll do what I can. Let's attack. Wow. Unfortunately, I think he might be holding Ephemerate. Nothing like playing Bushwhacker for 1. Oh, that's depressing. No Ephemerate. The Rakdos Signet might be cooler here. I don't know. That doesn't equal Devotion. I think that's only in the cost. Wonder if there's anything that does that though in black. I think there's that Onyx Goblet or something like that, but probably not worth it. Discarded the Rager. Okay. Boy, if we had a land, this would be a blowout. We've got him on the ropes with one land. All right. Here we are. I'm tempted. Y'all know what I'm thinking. Drop Sparky. Fire Blast. Attack. I'm going to do it. Woo! Take that, sucker. We all know I'm going to draw Mountain at next. Woo! That's my throat hurts badly play. I want this to be over either way. Oh, okay. Well, that blows that way, but we'll say this and we'll sacrifice this. So Electrickery gets them all of one card. Unless he's got another one behind it. And then that's a 2 for 3. But with no mountains out, that will kind of suck. You know. Oh, boy, that blows. All right, we're definitely losing this one. Because now we need like mountain. Of course, they're hellbent. They do have Faithless Looting in their hand. Let's watch me suffer from bad decisions. Excuse me. Are their decisions worse? They have the option of looting. Land, please. Land. Give us a land. Good lordy. Drawing. Raging. All right. Oh, come on. Now edicts feel pretty good. All right. I'm going to call this one, guys. The throat's burning. I'll see you all next week on Pauperganda. Here's some other stuff to roll too. We'll see you all. Have a great holiday season, guys. Adios.
Attention Pauperganda Knights, show your love of all things Papa with our Ultra Deluxe playmats. And true to our Papa roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me, and that's it.
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.